All right, let's just dive right into this. If you're a developer or you've founded a SaaS company, you know this feeling all too well. You've got this fantastic web app, it works, you have users, things are good. But then you look over at the Apple App Store and Google Play and you realize, wow, that is a completely different battlefield. How do you even get there without starting from scratch?
I mean, you've already done the hardest part, right? You built a product, you found your people, you've created something of real value. All your business logic, your UI, the whole stack, it just works. It's out there in the wild. And then, boom, suddenly you're staring down a world of native code, crazy complex tool chains, signing certificates, and a submission process that honestly feels like a total black box. The sheer cost and time of doing a full rewrite can just kill your momentum. It's a massive risk. But what if you didn't have to rewrite a single thing? That idea right there is the core of what we're talking about today. It's a way to get your existing battle-tested web app into the hands of mobile users using the code you've already poured your heart into.
For most people, trying to go mobile feels exactly like this. You're running a gauntlet. It's just one unpredictable and frankly painful challenge after another, all standing between your perfectly good web app and getting it launched on the app stores.
The dream is simple, right? You just want to be on every user's home screen. The reality, though? Whew, it's often this nightmare of six-figure budgets, development cycles that drag on for a year, and these just demoralizing rejections from store reviewers for reasons you literally never saw coming. So how do you actually bypass that gauntlet? Well, the answer isn't some magic button. It's something way more reliable, an infrastructure-grade, repeatable process. A pipeline that's designed to take all the chaos of mobile deployment and turn it into a predictable system.
So let's be super clear about what this is. ForgeWrap, it's not some no-code builder. You should think of it more like a force multiplier for developers. It takes your production web app and uses that as the engine for a real native mobile app, and it handles all the tricky, annoying conversion and compliance stuff for you. And the process itself is a pretty straightforward pipeline. See, it starts with an automated analysis of your web app to find any potential issues with mobile readiness. Then it scaffolds the native projects, builds the signed apps for both iOS and Android, and helps get you through submission. It's a factory, not freelance work.
Okay, a systematic pipeline that sounds great in theory, but come on, does it actually work in the real world? To find out, we're going to look at a real-world test case, the N1 Nutrition pilot.
Check out this journey. N1 Nutrition is a real AI-powered nutrition app. On day one, the first Android build was already done. By the end of week 1, it was submitted. Now, it did get a rejection in week 3 for a mismatched icon, but here's the key. The fix wasn't just some one-off patch. It became a permanent, automated improvement to the entire pipeline. And just 23 days after starting, it was live on Google Play.
And these numbers, well, they really speak for themselves. The install size, less than a single megabyte. The amount of native code the N1 Nutrition team had to write themselves? 0. And the number of changes they had to make to their existing web app? Absolutely 0. That is the power of leveraging what you already have. But, getting into the store is only half the battle. What about updates? This is where the whole architecture reveals its true superpower.
9. What could this number possibly mean? Well, it represents a fundamental, game-changing shift in how you think about maintaining a mobile app.
So get this, within 24 hours of the N1 Nutrition app going live, 9 production fixes. We're talking bug fixes, UI tweaks, little improvements were shipped to every single mobile user. And the crucial point, not a single one of those fixes required rebuilding the app or going through another painful store review.
Because the app's core is your live web app, any changes you make there are seen by users the next time they open the app. You just deploy your website like you always do. That painful, days-long update cycle of traditional native apps, it's completely gone for like 99% of your changes.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, so is this just a simple web wrapper? But the platform is so much more than that. You have to think of it like an intelligent store operations engine designed to solve the absolute most tedious parts of deployment.
Ask any developer what the most miserable, soul-crushing part of submitting an app is. I guarantee you they will say it's creating all the different screenshots for all the different device sizes that Apple and Google demand. It's the worst.
So for the N1 Nutrition pilot, how many screenshots do you think the pipeline generated automatically? 25. That's 25 pixel-perfect, store-compliant screenshots across 5 different device targets for both iOS and Android. And it did all of that in about 4 minutes. A task that normally takes hours of just fiddling around with simulators was reduced to a single button click. This is not just a wrapper, it's automation that actually understands the pain of deployment. So when you put all of this together, what does it really mean? It's about a fundamental transformation. It's about moving from the unpredictable chaos that is mobile development to a state of calm, predictable certainty. I mean, just look at this list. You don't have to learn new languages or IDEs. You don't have to wrestle with native permissions or manually resize icons. You don't have to guess what the store viewers are looking for. You just get to focus on what you're already great at, building your web application. And this really gets to the core philosophy here. The product isn't just a collection of features. The real product is predictability. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a clear, battle-tested path to the app stores. So here's the bottom line. The barriers that once made mobile seem impossible for web-first businesses are being automated away. Your web app is already built. The question now is, what's stopping you from reaching every single user on every single platform?